Hello and welcome to the fifth and final module in the Program Management Systems and Effective HIV/STI Programs for MSM chapter of the MSM Implementation Toolkit, or MSMIT, a tool that offers practical guidance for implementing comprehensive HIV and STI programs for gay, bisexual and other men who have sex with men. This training is brought to you by MSMGF, the Global Forum on Men Who Have Sex with Men and HIV. This module, titled Programming in Difficult or Dangerous Contexts, provides guidance on ensuring safety when MSM programs are run in contexts where working outwardly with HIV and MSM may put program beneficiaries and staff at risk. After completing this module, you should have a basic understanding of 1. The threat of danger in some global contexts where HIV and MSM are stigmatized and/or criminalized. 2. The importance of ensuring client and provider safety in difficult hostile contexts. And 3. Some tips for programming in such contexts. With these goals in mind, let's begin. The fact remains that in many places in the world, the situation for MSM is exceedingly challenging. In some contexts, work with MSM may seem outright impossible due to punitive legal frameworks, the threat of violence, and in some cases, death. There is a lack of materials that specifically address this issue, and much more work needs to be done to develop systems and best practices for working in these kinds of environments. With that said, there is still courageous work happening in these contexts, despite the danger and against the odds. This module provides a brief overview of some of the overarching ideas when implementing programs in difficult and/or dangerous contexts. First and foremost, when programming in difficult, hostile, or dangerous contexts, implementers must make safety a number one priority. Programmers should attempt to supply services to as many people as possible without putting clients or providers at risk. They must consider the political and legal context of the site as part of deciding how best to initiate outreach or services to men who have sex with men. Related to safety is ensuring confidentiality. Implementers should anticipate that any records linking an individual man to a program can be used by authorities to target men who have sex with men. Listed here are some examples of the types of information that might pose a safety threat. Depending on the degree of danger, programs should either ensure protection of information or forego collecting it at all. In such situations, the safest way to disseminate information about the programmed and HIV, STIs and sexual health may be via word of mouth and referral to websites that are globally available or managed by the program. Another possible approach for navigating dangerous contexts is to destigmatize the program by collaborating with an existing group working on a less stigmatized issue. Incorporating programming into a broader HIV program for the general population or by partnering with a women's health organization to make the program appear gender-balanced are both examples of this. Another example is to identify sympathetic providers in the community who are already providing services and who would be willing to provide services to MSM, provide them the necessary training, and refer via word of mouth. Take a moment to check your understanding. True or false? Safety should be the number one priority in hostile, dangerous contexts. The answer is true. Safety should come first, and programmers should attempt to supply services to as many people as possible without putting clients or providers at risk. In a manner similar to aligning with a group working on less stigmatized issues, the same process can be used for commodity distribution. One example is to distribute condoms and lubricant to all individuals using an HIV/STI clinic to avoid aligning condom and lubricant use with particular people. Here are a few other approaches for making programming easier. An organization might provide trainings for service providers who make it difficult for MSM to speak openly about their sexual behaviors for HIV testing and counseling and antiretroviral therapy. Linking with regional human rights groups can help. Retaining a sympathetic lawyer for possible legal issues and ensuring funds are in place for bail and legal fees can assist in legal crises. Many of the recommended activities described earlier in this chapter regarding monitoring, coverage and record keeping may have to be greatly curtailed because of safety concerns. It may still be possible to estimate program coverage through surveys. However, funders should understand these monitoring constraints and changes in the legal or social environment that affect the program's ability to do its work should be communicated promptly to them. In contexts where there is social or legal hostility towards men who have sex with men, homophobia can exist within service organizations as well as outside them, and can affect the willingness of men who have sex with men to receive services. Before moving on, please consider the questions presented in this self-check and assess your understanding of the information presented in this module. This fifth module brings us to the end of the Program Management Systems and Effective HIV/STI Programs for MSM chapter of the MSMIT. To review, this module has presented the stark reality of difficulty and danger MSM programming can face, the importance of ensuring safety among program beneficiaries and staff, along with strategies for working in such environments. Congratulations, you made it! We encourage you to continue learning and explore the other chapters in this tool.